This next step is processing the spam complaint report, very similar to the performance by segment report in terms of all the steps taken. So just to quickly go through it, we get to the spam complaint report area. We do view campaign analysis reports, then we select the spam report, and that comes up. So under the report name, we do spam complaint by ISP. Same selections as the previous report, Excel, all days, response period. Again, we're going to not specify a campaign name, and we're going to get all campaign names for a single day. And so again, we'll select the 21st, July 21st in our example, so between July 21st and July 21st to get the full day. And then you can select Find Campaigns, where it'll find all campaigns for that day. We'll see if that comes up quickly enough, otherwise we have one ready to go. It does come up. So here, this time, I'll select all the campaigns. It'll give you the corresponding launches, and their date will always be 7/21, and then the different times. Highlight all of those, select them to selected launches. Again, when you rerun, if you run 2 days in a row, make sure you clear the selected launches for the prior day. It won't clear automatically. And we run the report similar to the performance segment report. We can run that. That should run again probably within a minute or two, but to save time here, let's go to previously run report. So here's the spam complaint by ISP for the 21st, which I ran beforehand. Then again, we go back to our the C drive, and then to the email reporting folder that we've sent up. Again, it has to be in that location. So again, if you have this in a community location, you'll need to copy this when altering it to this specific location. So here's the campaign spam Excel sheet, macro enabled. We already have that open, and this, similar to the campaign daily table Excel sheet, has some of the same sorts of things. We've got the macro buttons that allow us to run this process, and then a cumulative process. So again, we want to copy in the report that we've just output from Response Interact. We'll copy that into anywhere in this in our campaign spam Excel sheet. And so we've got that right at the front. You can see it, and it's going to have that name that it defaults to from Response Interact on that tab name. We'll go back to the Macros tab. We've got two main macro buttons to run. We can just run the main import format spam complaint by ISP report. When we run that, again, we'll get a general warning that you're about to run a macro, which is standard for any macros we run. So we'll type a Y to go ahead. Again, there's a date check here, so it checks for the last date process to make sure you don't duplicate a date. So it says the last report process was July 20th, and we can see that this report we're running is the 21st from the date here. So we can ensure, if it were the wrong date, or we had selected the wrong date to run, we could cancel things by typing no here and importing in a new report from Response Interact. So we'll type Y to proceed. That will go through and format that date. And we're done importing. Click OK. Then when we go to the Export Spam tab, you will see if we go to the bottom, scrolling down to the bottom, it's got from the beginning of the quarter or whatever previous dates you have, and this new date with the 21st added on. And this is by campaign. This report only runs not at the segment level, but just at the campaign level. So this data alone for the email metrics portion could be used as is, similar to the performance by segment report output cumulative data. You could build a separate pivot table or queries on this to summary total campaigns and their various, in this case, spam metrics, which are at the column headers here, the bounces and spam complaints and so on.